Here, top 5 centers. I did do the top 5 front court, but I really did that for power forwards and center. Now to complete the point guards to the center position, because I've done all those in between, we got to do the center. So let's hop in. Top 5 centers in this year's NBA draft, which is a weird one. This is really no particular order unless I say this is my opinion, the best player in the draft. Let's go. Aleksej Pokusevski. I really hope I said that. He averaged 10.8 points, 7.9 rebounds, and 3.1 assists per game when playing only 11 games for Olympiacos B during the 2019 to 2020 Greek regular season, the Herba A2. So this guy, I see him more as he's listed as a center. I think he's definitely not a center. I think he's more of, what do you call this guy? A point forward. He's 7 foot, 195 pounds. He's amazing off the dribble for scoring. Not amazing, but a decent scorer off the dribble. He's great with his off-ball motions and to get into catch and shoot situations to be a spot-up shooter. And he has potential to be a really good stretch 5. While being a fairly good playmaker for his size. He's a good rebounder for the Greek league. Obviously at 195, 7 foot, you're going to expect him to barely get 6 or 7 rebounds. And he has good defensive instincts. He's a good shot blocker at that level he's playing, and he's pretty athletic for a 7 foot, 195 Eastern European guy. Usually they're not the most athletic, and he isn't the most athletic. He's just above average. He's like the same athleticism Luka Doncic has. He's a versatile player that can probably play between the 2 and the 5. Honestly, he moves like a 2. But he needs to improve his shot. He's got a good shot, like a good stroke, but doesn't have the efficiency or the consistency needed to be at the NBA level. As well, he's not physically strong enough to attack the rim, so he struggles when he's trying to score in traffic. He can be too unfocused defensively. He needs that strength. Again, I said 195 pounds, soaking wet, is not going to get you far in the league. And he has questionable motor, especially on defense, where he just seems to have defensive lapse. And he's not playing against the best competition. So, all in all, he's a guy who has a lot of potential, but a lot of risk. How Giannis was. When you saw Giannis was either going to be great how he became, or he was going to be a bust and just be like Wesley Johnson. So let's talk about Isaiah Stewart, 6'9", 245 pounds, coming out of Washington. Good finisher around the rim, great finisher around. He's a pretty good low point scorer. Excels at scoring on the move, especially when he's cutting to the basket or slashing to the basket. And he has potential, he's shown potential as a stretch big, which I don't think is likely. I mean, if you leave him open, he'll take the 3, but I don't think he'll ever become a guy you should be worried about his 3 shot. He's a really good screen setter. That's something you love. You love a guy who sets screen for you guys and be a pick and roller to the basket. And he's a great rebounder. Great rebounder, okay? This guy, what was his averages for this past season is that he averaged almost, where are they? Boom. He had 281 rebounds, but I'm not getting the actual stat of his average for rebounds. Can you guys show me his actual averages for rebounds? They're not. He had 281 rebounds for the team. If there was only like 32 games, 281 divided by 32. I wish I had this done right now. He had like 8.78 rebounds per game. Okay, as a freshman for the Washington team. Now, if we have a problem with Isaiah Stewart, is that he's kind of reluctant. He's too passive on offense. He won't take all the jumpers. He does need to extend his range. Like, if you leave him open, he'll shoot it if he wants. He doesn't have the most length or most athleticism, so he's not the most athletic guy. He's not a passer at all. Like, he's really not a good passer. He's good at just doing a normal pass, but yeah. He's kind of turnover prone. He gets the ball stolen away from him, and he likes to really play under the rim, which is not a common thing in the NBA anymore. And he can't step out and defend in the perimeter. And again, I've told you he's not an elite athlete. So if we go to another guy, the guy coming out of Duke, Vernon Carey Jr., 210 pounds, 270 pounds. I mean, and he's 6'10". That's what I meant. I mixed those numbers together. Out of Duke, he's great on the low post, great on the low block. He's pretty good shooting off the dribble, just pulling up in the free throw area. Boop, hits it. He's an adequate shooter. He has potential to stretch big. He has hit threes before. He's good on scoring on the move. Cut to the basket, pass it, he'll score. He's a good rebounder. He's gotten a lot of rebounds. He did hit or almost hit double-digit rebounds. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but if I did, which I'm looking right now, he had how many rebounds a game? 272 and 31, so he had less than 8 rebounds a game if that's how many rebounds Isaiah Stewart had. So he had less than 8 rebounds a game, but he has potential to be a really good rebounder. And he's an above-average athlete, and he's a pretty decent shot blocker. He needs to add more low-post moves if he's going to be a low-post scorer. He's kind of reluctant to take outside jumpers like Isaiah Stewart. So stop being so passive and start taking those outside jumpers. To make those outside jumpers, he needs to improve his free throw shooting, which will help his outside shot become more effective. He's not a passer. He doesn't really set up opportunities for his teammates to score, which is something he needs to work on. He can't step out on the perimeter and guard quicker players because he's not an elite athlete, as he doesn't have good foot speed. He looks like he's moving around with cinder blocks on his feet. And he seems like he's a little bit chunky. He needs to lose a little bit of weight. So if he can do all that, he can develop a great player. I think he'll be an end of the first round type player. Now, we're going to talk about James Wiseman. This guy, still not I don't think he's the best player in this draft. Left school after, 4 games because he's about to be part of a scandal. He's 7'1", 240 pounds. He's your modern-day big man that you love. He can finish around the basket strong. He's a good low-post scorer. He's got a mid-range shot. He can make plays, set up his teammates for scores, and he's a great rebounder. He's a great defender. He can actually step out and defend on the perimeter. He's a good shot blocker. He's a tremendous athlete, and he has a great motor. He has perfect size for the center position. But he does need to work on his free throw shooting. He needs to work on his mechanics because it seems like he has difficulty shooting from long range, even though he's willing. But though sometimes he can be too passive on offense because he isn't an elite ball handler and he'll give his teammates the ball to play. And the biggest downside is he's only played 4 games. He didn't play basketball pretty much for the whole year. He just trained. So, not 4 games, 3 games, my apology. So, there's also a mind concern that the modern NBA appears to be shifting away from NBA big men and has become increasingly perimeter. So if he can't show that he's a good perimeter player, I don't see him even going top 10. And my number 1 center, because a lot of people don't think he's the number 1 center, but I personally think he's the number 1 center. And a lot of people are coming up and starting to say he's the number 1 center. 6'9", 240 pounds, Onyeka Okongwu out of USC. Some people have him ranked really high. Some people don't have his ranked as high. He's just insane. So he's everything that you want Bismack Biyombo. So if you remember the 2015 or 2016 playoffs when Bismack Biyombo went off, that's what Okongwu is on the defensive rebounding side, but with an offensive game, okay? He can finish inside really well. Like, he's guaranteed to score inside the block, inside the post. And he's really good scoring off the dribble, just pulling up and shooting. He can score on the move. He can cut to the basket and score. He's really good at finishing. He's an insanely good rebounder. He's an incredible defender. He's a great shot blocker. Freak athlete. Has an incredible motor. Doesn't need to stretch his range. Become a better shooter. Have a better face-up game. Learn how to pass the ball because he's not a good passer. And he doesn't have the best ability to step out and guard perimeter players, but he can do it with slower ones. And he may be undersized to play in the inside, but Bismack Biyombo allegedly is. He's 6'9", but they have to wait. So imagine Bismack Biyombo coming into the draft, the 2015, 2016 version of Bismack Biyombo, where everyone was going insane, saying he was the next coming of Mutombo. Okay. That type, but with an offensive game, potentially being a stretch 5 at the same time. That's what Onyeka Okongwu has potential of becoming. So yeah, that's my top 10. Top 5. Why the fuck did I say top 10? But yeah, that's what I made right now. I hope you guys did really enjoy this video. It's just a little quick one. I'm about to go play NCAA 13 because I couldn't find 14 and I'm going to pay $80 for it off of eBay. Fuck that shit. So yeah, if you guys did like this, fucking drop down below. Make sure you stay till the end. Subscribe. Join the fucking family. I'm just waiting for this to get to 10 minutes so I can end it, because I feel like if I go to 10 minutes, I'd be getting more subscribers. But I'm just acting really weird right now because I know no one's going to watch this through the end. Maybe one day they will. Maybe one day they will. And they're going to be like, why did he just go off like this at the end? Because I had something to prove. I had somebody I wanted to be. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, guys, have a great day, because I know I will. Till next, guys. Puppies out.